Let's get to the top story that made it in. Story number 8. Story number 8. Is Trump fueling or draining the life out of Washington? Big story. Big story. This is a big story. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders to leave the White House. There is suspicion brewing about Trump's push to get a citizenship question on the 2020 census. There's a lot of suspicion about the Trump administration, period. Ban on abortion funding could be repealed by 2020 Democrats. So Trump has not only stirred up the pot, but he's ruffled a lot of feathers in Washington. But the thing is this good? Does the United States need this to understand what is going on and what is at stake? So the Trump effect, but the thing is the reason why story number 8 is impressive, and the reason why it's made the top story is because the Trump idea, the Trump system of governing is not only ruffling feathers, but is causing people to think, to people to wake up and to see. So even if Trump has to play the bad guy, there's a lot of things happening within the world right now. But is it good? Is the fact that addressing these issues, is it going to change anything? So this is what we have to ask ourselves when we look at this administration, the things he said, the language, and the way in regards to how he's taken information from foreign governments, and when he's talking about foreign governments and taking information and using it is that a political stunt? Is that something that they're just generating up to try to devalue this president in 2020? Is this something that they're using to try to take votes? So how did Trump become the enemy, and how is he draining the life, draining what they're talking about, draining the swamp? Is this a great show that we needed in Washington? Did we need all of this? So do we credit this administration for doing it? They're even talking about how Kellyanne Conway is being there. There's a flag being thrown on her because of the fact that they're saying that she violated the Hatch Act, which limits certain political activists of activities of federal employees. So is breaking the rules necessary in this administration? That's why story number 8 is at the top. And they're even talking about how the deficit has grown under this administration. They're saying it's grown $739 billion. That's up 40% higher than last year under Trump's watch. So the Trump administration is they're on the radar, and the fact that he's thrown gasoline on so many fires that a lot of politicians knew about but they didn't address is a big story. So the Trump effect and the fact that he may be draining life out of Washington, but he may be adding some fuel to the fire here. So story number 8 will stay alive. Those are our top 8 stories. Let's get to some local stories that crept in. Why in D.C. to build 3 new homes in Youngstown? That's the Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation. Action wants landlords to pay for cleanup. Youngstown finances seem to be improving, but they're saying that a lot of work still is needed. YSU among 3 colleges to win an additive manufacturing contest. Mike DeWine requests requests federal aid for 10 counties pounded by tornadoes. And Mormon residents concerned about flooding. Folks, those are our top 8 stories and all the headlines that made it in. I'm going to start tagging this out. I want to thanks to all the news outlets and journalists who keep us informed and keep us alive. You deserve all the credit. I am just a mediator. I want to thank you so much for tuning into today's show, folks. And if you learned if you got anything out of today's show, you will get the fact that there's a lot of news out there that is starting to actually surface about a lot that's going on in America. And if there's any time to stay informed, now may be the time, because one thing I've noticed about human beings is that everything is fine and dandy until it starts affecting you. Even the children who are looking for their fathers or wondering, and the men who have to replace them. It takes a lot to be a dad. It takes a lot to carry on the torch as a man and try to influence the next generation that life is worth living. My cousin, I seen him I seen him taking care of his son, and I see him going through a lot of hard things. Me and him used to be we still are best buddies, but we grew up together. And one thing he will not do is he will not give up on his kids, and that is a sign that there's still hope in fatherhood. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Mediator this week with me, Brian West. Have a good week, everybody. I am out of here. Peace.
If you need help, then dial your operator.
Have no fear, fellow citizens. The Mediator is here.